Hi everyone and welcome back. So just to jump straight into the tutorial, I'm first starting out by priming my lids using my Tarte CC eye primer. And for those of you who are new to my channel, I use this in every single video. It's my favorite eye primer of all time. I'm just spreading that all over and then blending it out using a Sigma 3D HD precision brush. And then just to set that in place, I'm going over it with a little bit of translucent powder and then taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. I'm starting out with the color Bone Fresco, which is a soft, light lilac shade, and I'm just working that into the crease using a large blending brush. Next, I'm switching over to the Urban Decay Vice 4 palette, and I'm taking this kind of cool-toned gray-brown shade called Delete, and I'm working that right on top into the crease. Next, I'm going in with the shade Pandemonium from that same Vice 4 palette, which is a metallic deep plum shade, and I'm working that on the inner and outer thirds of my eye. Then using my fingers, I'm just patting the shade Robbery, which is a toned down kind of greenish silver color, and I'm just using my finger to pack that onto the center of my lid. Then to add a little bit of depth and dimension back into the crease, I'm going back to Delete and adding that again to darken everything up. Then I'm switching over to the color Aubergine by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's a single eyeshadow shade, and I'm applying that right on top of where we applied Delete. And then after that, I'm going to be going in with the sleek Eye Divine Brights palette and taking the purple shade. I'm very lightly putting that on just to add a little bit of color to the crease, and then I'm taking this Sephora single eyeshadow shade. It's the silver one, and this is a little bit more of a brighter, more intense silver, so I'm just patting that right on top of the silver that we used from the Vice 4 palette, and then I'm just blending out the edges after applying it with my fingers with a flat synthetic brush just to soften up and blend it all out. Then I'm going back to that deep metallic plum shade from the Vice 4 palette called Pandemonium and reapplying that to the inner and outer thirds. Next, I'm going in with my Too Faced glitter glue, and I'm just applying this all over the center of my lid wherever we applied the silver eyeshadow, and then I'm going to go in with some silver glitter and just pat that right on top. Next, moving on to the face, I'm first priming my skin using my NYX Photo Loving Primer, and I'm just applying this to all my more porous areas. Then after letting that sit on the face for a couple minutes, I'm just setting it in place very lightly using a face powder. Then once I've lightly set my face, I'm going in with my foundation, which is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation. I'm in the shade Tan, and I'm just applying this all over the face, and then I'm going to be blending it out using a Morphe E7 brush. And with this foundation, personally, I like blending it out a little bit better with brushes, like flat top kabuki brushes, instead of beauty blenders, because I just feel like the beauty blenders always just absorb up too much product, and with the brush it doesn't absorb anything up and it actually blends out quite nicely. Now I'm just doing a little bit of color correcting, and I'm adding my Maybelline 14-hour lipstick underneath my eyes, and then I'm going in with my concealer, which is the Maybelline Master Conceal. I'm in the shade Light Medium, and I'm just applying this underneath my eyes and to the high points of my face, which are on my forehead and down the bridge of the nose, and also a little bit on the center of my chin. And now I'm just blending it out using my Real Techniques sponge. Then right after blending out all that concealer, I'm just setting that in place using my Covergirl translucent powder in the shade Medium, and then taking that same powder, I'm using a powder puff and just applying it all over my face. And I'm really packing on the powder because I have oily skin, so if you are oily like me, the best technique is to apply a lot of powder, and this will help you stay matte all day and not have to worry about getting shiny. Then after I'm done applying it, I'm just going to let it sit on the face for a couple minutes and quote-unquote bake, and then brush it away with a powder brush. Now to contour, I'm just using my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, and I'm just mixing the 3 contour shades from the light to medium palette and applying it to my cheekbones and also along the sides of my forehead and along my jawline. And this is just going to warm up the face and add a nice glow. Then using those same contour colors, I'm using that to contour the nose, and I'm just taking a eyeshadow brush and just blending that down the bridge of my nose, making sure to keep my hand straight and moving in up and down motions. Then going in with my Morphe M146 brush and dipping that into a little bit of the lighter shade Vanilla from the palette. I'm just reverse contouring my nose. Then taking the highlight shade from the palette called Sand, I'm just highlighting the very center of my nose using an exclamation point technique by just applying a straight line and then a little ball at the end. And now for blush, I'm using Wet n Wild Brush with Danger, and I'm applying this with a dual fiber brush so that it goes on a little bit more subtle and not so strong. Now moving on to the lower lash line, I'm first applying this cream gel liner by ColourPop called Crybaby onto my waterline, and on camera I know it looks like it's white, but it's actually a soft like light purple lilac color. And then underneath that, I'm applying the color Delinquent by Urban Decay, which is a really interesting deep plum kind of sparkly brown color. So I'm just using that to add some contrast in comparison to the color that we applied on our waterline. And I'm also going to use that as a base for the eyeshadow I'm applying underneath, which is again Aubergine from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And so I'm just setting that right on top of the Urban Decay eyeliner pencil, and then I'm going to smoke it out using Buon Fresco from the Modern Renaissance palette. Then I'm just applying a little bit of mascara, and I'm using the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara, and here you see I'm just applying it using a rolling motion. So as I apply it to my lashes, I roll the wand away from me, and this is just to separate each lash and still get that lengthening effect. And then I'm also applying it to the lower lash line. Then to finish off, I'm just applying a normal winged eyeliner using, this is a liquid liner by the brand number 7. Then to finish everything off for lips, I'm going to be applying Kylie Cosmetics Dolce K, which I actually really like this color, and I think it's so flattering on medium skin tones. Just my only thing with this liquid lipstick is the key to applying it is to only apply one layer, or else if you apply more it'll kind of start to crack on you, but it still feels really comfortable and it's a really pretty shade. And so with lips done, that completes the whole look. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, then please don't forget to subscribe. And since this is my last video for this year, I hope you guys have a really fun and safe New Year's Eve. And with that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next year.